Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from at the moment. I'm so grateful and I so much appreciate you for tapping on this video. Of recent, I hit 50k subscribers on my YouTube channel, and this actually, brought back some emotional memories for me. I remembered when I started this YouTube channel, I remembered how lost I was. I remembered how unfigured I was. I remembered how totally and completely lost I was when I started this YouTube channel. I didn't really have enough insight about YouTube. And it even made me, actually, I sat down and I was so emotional because I remembered how the journey has been. I remembered how challenging, how I remember the times that I was frustrated. I remember the times that I wanted to give, that I almost gave up. I remember the times that, I would post a video and then I would struggle. The video would struggle to have even 10 views, editing a video, using up to like 3 days to make a video, and then eventually upload the video, and then the video is just having like 10 views. And I remember those days when I'll have to sleep on my YouTube channel, refreshing and refreshing and just to see if I can actually gain just one more viewer and all of that. This actually made me remember the journey even through monetization. That's before I got monetized. It was a really, really challenging journey for me. It was those periods were really challenging. I remembered vividly there was a day, I remembered even the mockery that I went through, because there was actually a day that it's not even a day, it happened, subsequently. It happened, that because I wanted to post a video, I already had a schedule of how I post my videos. Like when you say maybe you're going to be posting Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, something like that. And because I needed to post that day, I needed to post 6 p.m. that day, there was no electricity. And it was raining, like the rain was so heavy. I remember that I had to take my feeding allowance, the money that I was supposed to use for feeding, actually took that money and I actually went to buy fuel under that torrential downpour. Like the rain was actually beating me so bad. Like the rain was so heavy, but I risked, like that day, I actually risked a lot of things. I went to buy fuel in that rain. I remember then that even people that were around me, that they had shops, because they had shops around me, they were like making jest of me, like, who sent this one message? But because I just knew that I had to keep to time, I've already given time to people and I have to keep to it. I went to buy fuel in Darien. Even when I got to the petrol station, they were like, madam, what is it that you cannot wait for this rain to stop? That you are coming to buy fuel inside the rain, you know. And that day, I was so emotional. In fact, I almost teared up, but I just kept it to myself, and I was like, I just pray that one day I will remember all of this, and then what I would just have to say is thank God. You know, there were days that I would use my transportation money, like my tea fare, to buy data just because I want to post a video. And then I'll have to trek. I used my feeding allowance to buy fuel. I'll use my tea fare to buy data. And at the end of the day, even that video, with everything that I was trying to post that video by 6 p.m., that video won't get posted because maybe it might be the network issue or something will just happen and that video will not get posted. And I will have to like trek far distance till I get home. And even then, I wasn't even monetized. I wasn't monetized then. I was still struggling to hit my monetization. And it got to a point, even if you do all of that, and then you post the video, and then you have the views, you have the engagements, you won't really bother. But what happens when you pass through all of that stress, post the video, and then you start watching the video, just having maybe 10 views or 20 views, how that will make you feel. You know, honestly, I have a whole lot of things to talk about here on this YouTube channel. So, and I just like, wow. So here we are today. If I start to talk about all these things, I mean, it's actually going to take a lot of time because I remember the challenges and all of that. And that is why when aspiring YouTubers come to me to ask for my advice on starting a YouTube channel, what I always tell them is, why are you starting a YouTube channel? What is your reason for starting a YouTube channel? This will be your fuel that will keep you going. Because I won't lie to you, self motivation alone cannot take you. Because it will get to a point that even the self motivation itself will get tired. So at that point, what will you do? That is why I see these things that I passed through, that I went through, actually gave me a whole lot of experience. When content creators tell you that for you to post the video, or what they say to you, they say just post the video, just set up the camera, press on record. See, this advice I know people, this advice has made a lot of content creators to quit YouTube. Because fine, you put on the camera, you press on record, you record the video. The first 20 videos you recorded, maybe they even struggle to have like 5, 10 views. We are all human. That's what I'm saying, that even self-motivation alone cannot take you. Because it will get to a point that your self-motivation will get tired. Even you yourself, you will get tired. So what happens when you press record and then you make those videos and you don't have the views? I particularly know people that have started YouTube channel and then that they quit after 30 videos, some after uploading 40 videos, and they come to meet me and they're like, how can they do it? And then my advice is that number one is put your mind away from monetization. When you're starting a YouTube channel, start a YouTube channel because you have something you want to show to the world, something that you're not going to be tired of, something that you can keep on doing even when you are not being paid, something you love, your passion. That is why when you check on YouTube, you're going to see a whole lot of people doing different stuffs. So people are into lifestyle vlogging, like it's a lifestyle vlogging, it's what you do every day on a daily basis. So even with that, even if you don't have the views, that will keep you going because this is something that you're doing every day. You see some, venture into comics. Some really like just making people laugh. They like, sometimes they like all that. Even when they make that video and then they sit down to watch it themselves, they are just happy with what they've made. So even if monetization is not coming, the mere fact that you are happy with what you're doing, you're watching yourself and you yourself, you have satisfaction. That in itself will, just push you and make you to keep going. So the number one thing is for you to find your passion. What are you passionate about? What is that thing that you can never get tired of? What is that thing that you can do every day consecutively and you're not going to get tired? You know, and that is it. That is passion. That is the first thing you need to know. That is first thing you need to have. It's your passion. And then leave monetization aside. Just focus on your passion. When you focus on your passion, when you are consistent, let me tell you something. Sooner or later, your monetization will come. Before you know it, you're going to get monetized. But if you are just actually about only you want to monetize, sometimes when you do some things or you post a video and you don't get the views, and what does that mean? When you don't have the views, invariably that means that the monetization journey is going to get delayed. So that can give you depression, that can fall you into frustration. And I won't lie to you. You see, YouTube is actually for strong-minded people. Honestly, YouTube is not easy. It's for strong-minded people. Before you'll actually gain your balance, Before you actually get your roots, you must have made a lot of mistakes. You must have done a lot of things before you will now eventually get your balance. Let me tell you something. Even the big YouTubers that you see today, if you ask them, some of them are still even trying to figure it out. Okay. So I just decided to say this, and then my closing note will be, I'm sorry for the background noises, but I just need to make this video today. My closing words will be that, and it's not only about YouTube, but about everything you're doing in life. Once you have found your passion about anything you want to do, please don't give up. Some days will be interesting, some days will be sad, some days will be frustrating, some days will be bubbling. Okay, in everything, giving up is never an option. I wish you well and I wish you the best. Have a nice day. And once again, thank you so much for 53K subscribers now. Oh, 54K subscribers now. I appreciate you a lot. I do not take this for granted. I'm so grateful. I thank God for bringing me, because if not for God, I won't be here on this platform. And that is just the honest truth. Thank God. And thanks to you guys also for tapping on that subscribe button. If you hadn't tapped on that subscribe button, I won't be here today celebrating 54,000 subscribers. So thank you for tapping on that button. And if you're watching me right now and you have not subscribed to this channel, you have not tapped on that subscribe button, please tap on the subscribe button and let's keep on growing. Let's keep on achieving together. Thank you so much. And also, please share my channel, share my videos to people, share it to your families, to your friends. Let them subscribe. Thank you so, so much. God bless you. I appreciate you. Have a nice and beautiful day, and bye for now. More stories coming up, but let me wrap this up here. Bye. Mwah.